I don't listen to a whole lot of UK rap, or at least not as much as I feel like I should. I definitely have my artists that I enjoy, such as Little Sims, Dave, and Slow Tie. But for whatever reason, the artist that's always just eluded me has been Stormzy. And I don't know why. Stormzy's been great from what I could tell, and like the individual songs that I've heard, but I just never really sat down to listen to him until now when he dropped a 7-ish minute track with a 10-minute video titled Mel Made Me Do It. Now, with this song, he's just basically talking about how dope he is throughout it, and honest, and it's all very good raps. I was originally going to do a full breakdown for this, but then as I was doing it, I realized I was only a third of the way through the song and it was 20 minutes long. So maybe that was not really the best move. But I still really wanted to talk about the song because the song is great on its own. It's a great, you know, braggadocious song. That's honestly what a lot of people want. People just want people to rap their ass off, talk their shit, and, dip after that. Now, with this song, like I said, it is 7 minutes long and it's full of braggadocio. It's interesting because when I first listened to it, I watched the video. When I watched the video, there's a whole bunch of different cuts. And I feel like for a song like this, it works very well. For, when you have these just long, rapidy rap songs, like, again, rapidy rap is always seen as derogatory. No, I enjoy that sort of like over the top, like braggadocious, just talk your shit lyrics, as long as it makes sense and as long as it sounds good. Now, with this song, the production is pretty bare bones, realistically. Like it is a very simple production. And when you have a 7 minute song, you can go one of two ways. You can go super simple and just keep rapping straight through, or you can be like or you can just keep doing like these big grandiose beat switches and like just have the production kind of carry the song. That's not the case here. This is more of the former rather than the latter. In this, well, 7 minute song, 10-minute video, Stormzy does not take a break at all. He just keeps rapping all the way through, and it's just insane. Like, yes, other rappers can do this. It is not a new thing by any means, but I think what really makes this song stand out to me is just how it was done with the visuals. Because, like I said, you can just listen to the song and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is a solid song. He's rapping well. He sounds good." There's, you know, notes in the production where you're like, "Okay, yeah, no, they didn't just throw together a basic loop. They didn't do anything super simple or anything like that. They took their time with it. Like, yes, it might be a little more simplistic than some others, you could say, but still very enjoyable all the way through. However, being that it's a almost 7.5 minute long song, not everyone is going to sit there and listen to it every time. So you have this great video to accompany it. Throughout this video, we have just so many different scenes happening at like just as we go through. We go from just Stormzy rapping and just rapping to the screen to a point where he's like on a talk show. And given the context of the song, that made perfect sense there. It's like I think that was when he was talking about just people want to talk about gossip and like they're on Maury or some or just have some sort of drama. And that was perfect for when he was on that talk show set. I think that's also where he goes off and starts talking about how people on the internet or Twitter are just kind of talking down on him, like, and just trying to say like he's not that good or whatever. And he's like, I bet, like, next time, make sure your girl's not around me because we gonna go to Dubai and we gonna have a nice time, to say the least. But like throughout this song, like I said, he keeps switching between different scenes, different, not necessarily different topics, because the main topic is still that he is he is calling himself the goat. Like that is what he's trying to get across. And for some UK rap fans, sure, as someone from America who doesn't listen to a whole lot of UK rap outside of the ones that I mentioned prior, I don't know. I don't know this, but or I don't know Stormzy well enough. But given this display here, sure, yeah, I'll allow it. If he's not really like considered the goat of just hip hop in general, he's definitely one of the better artists out there. And this song has definitely made me want to go and listen to his other work. I mean, I've listened to a couple songs here and there, but not an entire project. So this definitely caught my attention, to say the least. But yeah, throughout the song, like there are definite points where if you're listening to it, like you can be like, oh yeah, you can kind of imagine how the video would go. So like there's certain points where there'll be a hard cut, or like when he's saying something and then they switch to a different scene. Like there's a point where he says something along the lines of or like he stops himself from saying something because he realizes that his nephews are listening, or they're probably listening. So he's like, all right, cut it. And then it's like switch the camera around and he's just talking in a different direction and just kind of goes in on the next topic, which again, still just basically talking about how dope he is and how much of a good rapper he is. The other things that I have seen online, and as well as just looking through the lyrics, he did, I guess, call out another UK rapper named Chip. I don't know what their beef is, but people are saying that Chip's probably going to respond, even though it was just kind of like a one line comment. Same sort of thing, I think, with Wiley. I didn't really pick up on it because again, I'm not that well versed in UK rap and what's going on, but I am aware that Stormzy and Wiley have some sort of beef going on. Another thing that's really cool, just throughout it, honestly, is all the references to Game of Thrones. Like he said a few times, like something about Khaleesi, and it's just fun things. Like this is a very enjoyable song, and I realized that I've just talked about the song for as long as the song has been played for, or how long the song actually is. I will say definitely definitely listen to the song first. Like get an idea, go through whatever you need to do to listen to this 7-minute song to prepare yourself. And then watch the video, because the video does a fantastic job of just everything. Like it's a very good video. About I'd say 3/4 of the way through the song, or in the video, we have a beat break where we're essentially getting a monologue or interlude of sorts. And when I was listening to it the first time, it really reminded me of, the narrator. I forget who exactly it was, but the person from Little Sims's album, where she would just be talking about all these things about Little Sims, or just big thoughts in general. And is very appropriate here as well because similar sort of idea. They're talking about black excellence, and I mean, we have an idea of how it is in America, but in UK, I'm sure it's completely different, or maybe it's similar. I don't know. Like again, American. I'm just completely ignorant, but I would like to know. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to say that this song is really good, and the video makes it all that much better. Like I said, definitely listen to the song. If you want to do the video first, that's fine too. But I would say listen to the song and then watch the video, and it'll stick with you. Like I have just random scenes in my head just there, like where Stormzy was wearing like this blue coat. It was like a baby blue coat, and it looked really nice. And then when we have that interlude piece, we have a bunch of people essentially just walking up in all white. We have a bunch of cameos from different rappers. We have Lil Sims there, of course, Dave. There's way more in there. I think Usain Bolt's in there. We have some football players. Like there's so many cameos, and you can tell this was a pretty high end video. Like they spent a pretty penny for this, but definitely take your time to watch it. Um, I'm sure if I spend a little bit more time watching the videos, or video on its own, I could probably pull some ideas of where he was going with this. Because honestly, it's like each cut could be its own sort of video. Like it could be its own theme or topic or idea for a music video, and he just does all of them back to back, and it's great. Honestly, like I really enjoyed it. Um, but I'll leave it at that because by now you could have also watched the entire video. Um, so you don't need a guy on the internet who doesn't listen to as much UK rap as they should tell you any further, I suppose. So go watch that video and then let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I loved it. I enjoyed the song. I'm looking forward to whatever comes next because hopefully this is leading up to an album. I guess he hasn't dropped anything since 2020 or so. So, fans are on the lookout. But I'm definitely excited. If he does end up dropping something soon, I best believe I'm gonna listen to it. And there may or may not be a review, depends on my time, but you know, definitely excited. Definitely looking forward to it. With all that said, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the song and the video. Also, if you have suggestions of other UK artists to look into, or if you have just more information regarding, the people that he's mentioned throughout this track, throw that in the comments below. I would love to learn more because honestly, the Genius page doesn't show you a whole lot either. So, those educated of you, please enlighten us. But while you're down there, also like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.